It's currently 6. What time is it? 6 a.m. and there's baseball happening. This is the first baseball game of the season between the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland Athletics. It's happening a full week before the actual MLB season starts, and it's happening in Tokyo, of course. So, way before the actual season starts, they got their teams to go through the inconvenience of flying to Tokyo. And similarly, to promote the sport, I've gone through the inconvenience of waking up before my classes at 5:30 in the morning in order to watch this game between two garbage teams. Now, the big story of this game is that Ichiro's playing. Ichiro is 45 years old, and he's terrible at baseball at this point. But the actual baseball is being played by the rest of the players who, I can show the lineups to you. I don't think anybody knows any of the players on these teams unless you are a big Omar Narvaez fan or you're a big Edwin Encarnacion guy, but he's also terrible. These are teams that won't even make the playoffs probably, but we make sacrifices for the things we love, you see. Oh my god. It's too fucking early for baseball. Why can't they just play in their fucking city? Whatever, dude. Bases are loaded. And it's still 6 a.m. and I still have class to go to. Bases are loaded though. Maybe the Mariners can score. Good thing there's a mound visit to take up another 2 minutes. Oh, baseball. It's finally here. Except it's not really here because the teams have to go back to America for a whole week and play more spring training matches, so the season isn't really started. It's only 2 games that happen right now that count, which is kind of dumb. But hopefully Domingo Santana can hit a homer. You guys know Domingo Santana? He's bad. Most of these players are bad. He's facing Mike Fiers, who's starting on opening day. But Mike Fiers is actually not a very good pitcher, who should not actually be starting in an important televised game. He's fine, but they should have had the Dodgers come out. They're a good team. They made the World Series 5 times. Did Domingo Santana just hit a grand slam? He did. Grand slam. Well, it doesn't get better than that, except for the fact that it's the 3rd inning and nobody knows who Domingo Santana is. Holy shit, it's 5-2. That's a lot of runs. Well, I'm a Mariners fan now. It's official. Oh shit. Chris Davis just mashed a dinger. That's gone. Wow. And suddenly it's a 1-run game. There's already been 3 homers. Still the 3rd inning. That's Chris Davis with the K, by the way. There's another Chris Davis who's on the Orioles, but that's Chris with the C. They both hit a ton of home runs and they both strike out a lot. Oh, come on, Domingo. Who are any of these people? I know all these players, but in a very real way, I don't know any of these players. Most of them are just like weird young kids who found themselves in the job. This kid, Tim Beckham, Chad Pinder, like, these aren't anybody. Omar Narvaez, it's a classic. Jurickson Profar, that's a name and a half, Jurickson. Look at all of these numbers. Ichiro, I can see how many hits and homers he got every year. I can see all of these stupid rate stats. He hit 372 one year. Just so many numbers. This is why baseball is better than football, is because we have a billion different things to look at. We can just measure every full count to Ichiro. I wish we could see a good pitcher pitch, like, one of the Kershaw's, Scherzer's, Sale's, Severino's, but I guess the good players would have actually complained if they had to go to Tokyo. You take 700 different plate appearances, you can measure every player against every other one to such a minuscule level with such little randomness that You just become a robot, and you only can just calculate the outcomes of every little action that happens over the course of the season, and then the individual pitches and moments and emotions don't mean anything, so that you can just become, an elevated being. This baseball, you just have to have a really big brain, I guess. And I've always had trouble convincing people that it's a really good sport, but I feel like at a certain point, if you want to bash your head into a bunch of other dudes, you can do that. This is more of a chess match, you could say, instead of the checkers that is the NBA or the NFL. Back to Dan Vogelbach. Oh, look, he's in the game. Marco Gonzalez. He had like one decent year last year. So he's the opening day starter for the Mariners. And he's also getting lit up, just like Mike Fiers over there. Oh, yikes. Don't get hurt, Ichiro. Is he really hurt? That would be a great way to start the baseball season. Oh, and another foul right off his foot. Oh, Grandpa fouls another one. Oh boy, he walked. How exciting. Way to get on base, Ichiro. Give him a standing ovation for taking 4 pitches. Jesus, these pitchers are garbage. It's supposed to be like low scoring because it's opening day. I don't know if they just suck or they ate bad sushi or something. No, it's probably the sushi. This relief pitcher's name is literally Ryan Dull. His last name is Dull, D-U-L-L. And I don't think it can be funnier than that. That's just like poetic. That is, his last name is Dull because he's the 3rd relief pitcher that the A's have used. It's already only the 5th inning. We got Nick Hundley back behind the plate. Tim Beckham is up. I was shitting on him earlier because he's for nobody. Yo, big bat flip from Tim Beckham. He destroyed that pitch. Yes, fuck you, Ryan Dull. Jesus. That's the kind of bat flip that gets you beamed the next game. Wow. At least we have Ichiro.